everybody, and welcome to the Bullring presented by Race Face Digital. I'm Alan Dietz. She is Jeff Ballard, and no, we didn't dress up for Halloween.
I know, we said we were going to.
We thought about it, but we basically just didn't want to be bothered with it, if you want to know the truth.
Yeah.
Because I have to do it tonight, and then thank God this will be coming off.
I think it should stay.
No, it ain't staying.
What does Tammy think? Not to
I
completely
don't know.
derail this.
I don't know what she thinks. I think she's being nice. I think that's what she thinks. So we're going to talk to Austin Nason today. We're going to talk to Brandon Ward, who will be at the North-South Shootout this year, but not the way you think. Toby Christie, Bob Sargent, and Darren Hackett. And we're going to get ready. All those guests help get us ready.
For a big weekend.
For a big weekend, Friday through Sunday, the All-American 400. We'll have it all for you here on Racing America. Friday and Saturday, we'll have all the Tour Type and 602 modified coverage for you at the North-South Shootout. And also on Saturday, the King of the Vicks and Sandy DeCare Classic for the sprint cars at Citrus County Speedway in Florida. That's going to be a big show. $10,000 to win for the Crown Vics.
Yeah, and they have like a crazy amount of cars entered, right?
It's crazy, and you'll get to see in our highlights a little bit later on what the Crown Vics did at Citrus County this past weekend. They were, going in the wrong direction, but we'll explain that more whenever we get there. The North-South Shootout you'll be able to see for subscribers, and then All-American 400 Friday and Saturday for subscribers, and then Sunday part of the ASA Stars package here on Racing America. When we come back, we'll talk to a guy who was just a couple of laps away from winning the All-American 400 last year. Austin Nason will join us next.
Welcome to Raceface Digital Collectible Cards. Are you a driver or a team looking to expand your brand? Want to connect with your fans, give sponsors more exposure, and earn income from all card sales? Then Raceface Digital has you covered. Digitize your brand with 5 different collectible cards. Enrollment is now open to all drivers and all series. Visit racefacedigital.com today and use invite code RA1.
Don't miss the 21st annual John Blewett III North-South Shootout in memory of Charles Kepley at Caraway Speedway, November 2nd through the 4th, plus championship races for the Cars Tour late model stock and pro late models. The ground-pounding Tour Type Modifieds race for $10,000 to win. Also racing the 602 Modifieds and more. It's the 21st annual North-South Shootout at Caraway Speedway, November 2nd through the 4th. For reserved tickets, camping, or info, visit carawayspeedway.com.
5-star bodies, the most advanced bodies on the market, aerodynamically engineered, manufactured from the highest grade and lightest weight materials, tested tough for optimum performance. The highest quality and most durable products you'll find anywhere. Our products help racers around the world reach victory lane. Winning never looked so good. Faster, lighter, stronger, better. 5-star.
Hi, I'm Travis Crane, and you're watching Racing America.
Welcome back to the Bullring, presented by Raceface Digital. Alan and Jess here with you this afternoon. And on the pole, a guy who had a shot at the win in last year's All-American 400. That is Austin Nason. Austin, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you guys for having me.
And Austin, tell us where you're calling from.
It looks like he's maybe in a
heavy piece of machinery.
Yeah, or like in solitary confinement or something.
No, I'm out grading some yards. We're trying to make our last push here for our landscaping business. Actually, it's been snowing most of the morning, and it just got sunny out. So, we're just trying to finish everything up here up north, so before the snow flies.
Before we talk specifically about the All-American 400, you look at these ASA Stars races this year, and you just kind of like the 400 last year. You may not have the finish that you want, but that does not reflect how competitive you guys have been this year. You've got to be pleased with it from that standpoint.
Yeah, no, we've had some really good race cars all year long. Just haven't had luck. I mean, we were restarting outside front row at Toledo, got a flat right front tire. Winchester, we were running top 10 there. We got up to the top 5. We ended up finding the bay bar broke off the car. It's just we haven't had the luck we really need. Just kind of like the All-American last year, we were there, but just couldn't finish it out.
Have you gone back and watched the
Oh, yeah.
broadcast
This
from
loves
last
it.
year's 400? All-American
Yeah,
400?
it just popped up on my Facebook memories. I think it was yesterday.
Well,
I tried not to watch that one.
Yeah.
That one hurt. And, it was a total loss of a race car. So when you got to work on your own stuff and build your own stuff, it's hard to go back and watch those kind of
oh,
deals.
yeah, it's painful, and I'm sorry for that. However, that's one of my favorite Alan moments. Alan gets so excited calling the laps leading up to that
You didn't
incident.
think I had it in me, did you?
You could see it. You saw it coming. No, that
Oh,
was the
yeah.
most excited I've ever heard you.
And Adam Mackey would not shut up so I could get my thought in because I said, these guys are about to wreck. And
so we tease him for that clip all the time. I don't know. Maybe we can
no,
insert it.
that's okay.
We're not gonna. Okay.
No, we don't
Well,
have to do that.
anyways, yeah. I mean, that was such a tough break. Where's your head at? What's in your notebook going into this year to get some redemption?
Yeah, I feel like we had a really good car last year. We had a distributor take a failure during qualifying, so we had to end up starting. I think there was 34 cars there last year. We started dead last, and we made our way up there by the end of it. We had good short run speed, just kind of lacked on the long run. But we built a new race car over the summer this year, and the thing's been fast everywhere we've taken it. So we're going to be bringing that one down there. So I'm excited to get down there and give that one a try down there. So, I mean, I just hope we put ourselves in a better situation than we did last year. We were in a good one, just didn't work out in the end of it.
Do you feel like, because I know with some races, strategy from year to year is all over the place, but it's a little bit more certain, you know, with the way the rules fall with controlled cautions and the segment breaks and things like that. Do you feel like you guys kind of got a grip last year on where you need to be for that, you know, last 30 lap stretch run?
Yeah, I definitely do. Like I said, I feel like we kind of put ourselves behind the 8 ball last year when we had that problem with the distributor and qualifying, just because we had to kind of get track position. And I feel like at Nashville, once you get 10, 15 laps into a run, everything kind of just equals out and you kind of just got to ride. And you can pick off a couple guys, but you don't have that forward momentum at some other tracks where you can really pick off guys and start in the back. But I think we got good pace everywhere we've been this year and got really good pace there at Nashville the last 3 years we've been there. So I think we can figure something out and hopefully put all our strategies together and be there.
Well, good luck. It'll be a huge race to win for sure. Hope you can get out to the fairgrounds and watch Austin and everybody in person. But if not, you watch the All-American 400 right here on Racing America Friday through Sunday. Austin, congratulations on a great year, and good luck in these last few big races of the season.
Yes, thank you guys. Thank you for having me.
All right, that's Austin Nason, and he, I think, based off what we've seen this year, what we saw out of him last year, I think he's definitely going to be one of those guys up there contending for the win again.
Yeah. If he can be there at the end and, you know, execute, I always feel like in the last laps of the All-American 400, that's when things go.
Well, he did do all of those things last year.
Yeah. And so if he can just do it again this year, then
And then missed a wreck. That's not
correct.
his fault.
That's what he's got to do.
That's what he's
And
got
then
to
if
do.
he doesn't, you can give us some great commentary
Yeah.
again.
That's the thing. Either, you know, some people blame Matt Craig, some people blame Cole Butcher, but Austin Nason was right there in the middle, and you didn't hear anybody blame him for anything. Well, another race we're going to have this weekend, of course, is the North-South Shootout. The Tour-Type Modifieds are going for $10,000 to win. When we come back, we'll talk to Brandon Ward.
Ready to take your brand to the next level? At Victory Lane Design, we can help. If you are looking for a professional website, cutting-edge logo, a hero card that separates you from the pack, or video production to keep you connected with your fans, then check out VictoryLaneDesign.com, where winning counts. HMS Motorsport is the leader in motorsport safety, providing the most advanced driver safety products to NASCAR, IndyCar, sprint cars, and sports cars drivers. From grassroots to professional racers, HMS Motorsport has over 25 years' experience outfitting drivers with the best gear on the market. Equipped with first-hand product knowledge, our experts are ready to help you select the best harness belts, seats, head restraints, helmets, and racing attire for your type of racing. HMS is even the exclusive importer for Schroed belts, Schubert helmets, and Valero base layers. Visit one of our stores in Mooresville, North Carolina, or Danvers, Massachusetts. Or check us online at hmsmotorsport.com, where you can learn the details of our products and order online. Safety starts here.
It's the biggest racing show of the year, Friday through Sunday, November 3rd through 5th at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. 6 fast-paced divisions of racing on the quarter mile Friday night, pole qualifying in 3 big feature events Saturday night, and the Curb Records Big Machine Vodka Spike Coolers All-American 400 on Sunday afternoon. Racing starts at 6:30 Friday, 5 o'clock Saturday, and 1 o'clock Sunday. Tickets available at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway.racing or at the gate on race day. It's the 39th All-American 400 weekend, Friday through Sunday, November 3rd through 5th. Get your tickets now.
Hey, I'm Brandon Ward, and you're watching Racing America.
Glad to have you back with us on the Bullring, presented by Raceface Digital. And as we said before the break, it's a huge weekend here on Racing America, because not only will you be able to see the All-American 400, you'll also be able to see the North-South Shootout at Caraway Speedway for the Tour-type modifieds. They're going for $10,000 to win. And one of the Southern favorites for sure is Brandon Ward. Brandon joining us now. And Brandon, thanks for being here with us today.
Hey, Alan, it's good to be on with you guys today.
Well, before we talk about Caraway, let's wrap up the Smart season, the Southern Modified Tour. It's a strong season. You went down to the wire for the championship. Did the season, was it a success in your eyes?
Well, it was. I mean, obviously, as a competitor, we want to win everything we do. But to recap the season for us, it was a great year to win the Bowman Gray Championship and to end up, second for the second year in a row in the Smart Tour Championship deal. I have to say it was a success. We were able to win some races and, like I said, win the Bowman Gray Championship, finish second in the Smart Tour. So overall, I feel like it was a very successful season, for us and the team. With New Day Motorsports, Coulter Motorsports, it's been an honor to be a part of two good groups again this year. So I feel like it's been a successful season for sure.
Admittedly, I came up with pavement late models, super late models, but
right.
I know that modifieds at Bowman Gray are just a huge deal, and that championship is a huge deal. So congratulations on that. And I know we wanted to talk about the North-South Shootout. Talk about, for someone that maybe doesn't follow modified racing, why this event is one that all of you guys have circled on your calendar.
Well, so, to add to what you just said, my background was more late models, whether it be late model stocks or the super late models over several years. I kind of landed in this modified deal. A little bit by accident, but I love the cars. I love driving them and working on them. It's been a lot of fun over the last few years to be a part of the open wheel modifieds. And so last minute decision, kind of go along what you guys are talking about here. We have a guaranteed spot in North-South Shootout. However, we are not going to be running it this year due to some changes with the schedule. I'm going to be at the North-South Shootout, but Jessica Coulter is going to drive the Coulter Motorsports Pro Late model car. So Joey and myself are going to do that deal with her for the pro late model deal at the North-South Shootout. Taking some guys from each of our teams to do that and try to make that deal a success for, for her and for Coulter Motorsports. So this past Saturday night at Orange County was actually my last race driving of the year. And then we'll be at the North-South Shootout to do that pro late model deal.
Yeah, I noticed her name on the entry list, and I thought that was Joey's wife, but I didn't realize that she was a driver. Now, I know, obviously he had owned late models for a while that you drove for and that Randy Renfro worked on and things of that nature. Is this a one-off thing, or is it something that she may do more of next year?
Well, now that I don't really know the answer to, Alan. I know that that she is going to do this race. There's been some talks about maybe her doing a few more, or even doing some, some pro late model stuff next year through the Coulter Motorsports program. But I don't know exactly what they have planned. Like I said, at one point, Joey and I were talking about maybe running the tour mods there. This just kind of came together as something that they wanted to do, and decided a month or so back to add this race onto the schedule for her. So, it's cool to still be able to go and be a part of the North-South Shootout through that program as well, and the Cars Tour.
When you put your analysis hat on of the North-South Shootout, how similar does that race play out to a smart race or a smart race at Caraway, or does it?
Well, it does, Alan, because first of all, they run on the same tire. You run on the M20 and the M30 tire, which is the tire that we run on the Smart Tour every race. So that right there keeps it real close as far as the format of the race. It's 125 laps, I think, still. Whereas most of the Smart Tour races are 99 laps, still close enough in the lap count that it's pretty much the same scenario. I think you'll see the strategy. I think you'll see the way the race plays out to be a lot like what the Smart Tour race, was like there earlier this year.
Well, we look forward to it, and Brandon, we look forward to seeing how everything pans out with Jessica this weekend, and then you guys get back going at it again in 2024. Congratulations on the season, and we'll see you there this weekend.
All right, Alan. Thank you guys very much. We appreciate it.
All right, that's Brandon Ward, and as he did mention, Cars Tour will be there for the Cars Tour coverage you can watch on Flow, and for everything else you'll be able to watch here on Racing America. When we come back, we'll go racing across America and tell you what happened over the weekend here.
Don't miss the 21st annual John Blewett III North-South Shootout in memory of Charles Kepley at Caraway Speedway, November 2nd through the 4th, plus championship races for the Cars Tour Late Model Stock and Pro Late Models. The ground-pounding Tour-type Modifieds race for $10,000 to win. Also racing the 602 Modifieds and more. It's the 21st annual North-South Shootout at Caraway Speedway, November 2nd through the 4th. For reserved tickets, camping, or info, visit carawayspeedway.com.
Builders ready?
Yep. Good deep breath. Yep. Breathe.
Full pack on that side.
Build these racing engines, fire them up, get that sound, get that smell. It's a fun 2 days.
Oh yeah, we're good. We're good.
Welcome to the new home for race fans, Racing America. Live short track racing. Exclusive team content.
I bet, that's what they all say. Any NASCAR fan is really a short track fan at heart.
Behind the scenes access. From grassroots to NASCAR, join us at the home for race fans everywhere. Racing America, it's in our DNA.
It's the crown jewel of American short track racing, the 56th annual Snowball Derby, Sunday, December 3rd at Five Flags Speedway. For 56 years, Pensacola's Snowball Derby has showcased racing's modern-day legends and legends yet to be made in a 300-lap showdown of guts and Bullring. The most prestigious short track race in America, the 56th Annual Snowball Derby at Five Flags Speedway. For information, visit snowballderby.com. Legends start here.
Glad to have you back with us here on the Bullring, presented by Raceface Digital. And Jess, you know, Raceface Digital, they do marketing and driver coaching and stuff like that. But more importantly, they do digital trading cards. And
most importantly,
that is most important. And you need to check that out. You'll see it on some of our commercials during the show and stuff. But those are very cool, and that's something you're seeing in the NFL and all other sorts of things.
Yeah, more and more of every day. And I think it is just become increasingly important for drivers to be diving into this, you know, the marketing, all the digital stuff. It's starting to become just as important as on-track stuff, you know, as sponsorship drives the sport.
And if you, by the way, are not friends with Jess on Twitter, if you want to see what she'd look like with long black hair, dressed up as Priscilla Presley, this might get you some
new followers.
Some more,
Or even
weirdos.
more so if you want to see Travis Braden dressed up as Elvis.
Yeah,
you can head over to @Jess Ballard.
That's pretty funny. You need to check that out. Well, you know what time it is.
It's time to race across America, Alan.
Oh, that's good. You shook it up a little bit this week.
I'm all shook up.
Well, hey. Well, let's do it. Saturday, we'll start at Ona Speedway in West Virginia. Modifieds in the Mountaineer 100. Jeremy Cooper in the orange car grabs the lead at the start from the pole. Cooper falls from the lead, and two-time Mountaineer 100 winner Matt Dimmitt takes the lead from the 10 of Brad Yelton. Dimmitt controls the rest of the way for his second straight Mountaineer 100 win over Doug Meyer and Bob Sabilla. The late models were also on the card at Ona Speedway. There's some folks here, I know.
I was just thinking,
well, we'll touch
this whole
on
rundown, yeah.
Brad Coons in the 12 gets the lead at the drop of the green flag over the 14 of Jake Keaton.
I know Jake.
Yep, that's the team Travis drove.
And the 2020 Snowball Derby, when we went down with this totally those were our friends from West Virginia, 14 car.
Lap 2, the leaders get together, causing Coons to spin and your boy Keaton to be sent to the rear for aggressive driving.
That's so unlike Jake.
Yeah, well.
What happened? Good thing we're doing the highlights.
He went to the back, and there you see it. This puts Ohio drivers Chad Pendleton and Don Mahaffey at the front of the field. You know Chad Pendleton.
I know Chad and I know Don. They are from my own old stomping grounds at Columbus Motor Speedway.
Yeah. Problems with 8 laps to go, and Carson Lucas and Greg Carby get together. Spin on the front stretch. Pendleton goes on to take the win over Mahaffey and Ryan Fleming. And finally, Saturday, Citrus County Speedway, Halloween night festivities, and do not adjust your TV set. Ford Outlaws racing in reverse. And just not only do they start in reverse, but they also have a standing 4-wide start and a tractor tire in the middle of what is normally turn 2, but became turn 3.
There's someone up there that's just, how do we keep inducing more chaos?
Well, not a shocker, but of course that would lead to some disorientation for the drivers. Following a restart, Clint Hicks in the white number 1 takes the lead. Big moves by the 9 of Jonathan Wallace to take the lead as he went underneath 2 cars and the tractor tire. Wild race throughout with even more action before Eric Sharon in the 95 makes the move on the high side of Wallace and leads the rest of the way for the victory. That is the same track, and that's about half as many cars as you'll see this weekend here on Racing America for the King of the Vicks when they go for $10,000 to win.
Not to be ignorant, but I do think that that's almost what it costs to get a brand new one of those. I'm serious.
I don't think they're making brand new Crown Vics
No, I
anymore.
mean a brand new race-ready Crown Vic.
I don't think a race-ready Crown Vic costs that much.
Okay, well, I'm trying to put it into perspective. This would be like a super late model race.
Paying $100,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
So you need to check that out. And also, as I said, the Sandy DeCare Classic, there's going to be a lot of winged sprint cars there racing on pavement. So just something else to look forward to at Citrus County this weekend. Well, when we come back, Toby Christie's going to check in as we get ready for the championship race for the NASCAR Cup Series this weekend at Phoenix.
What creates a winning combination? Quality, focus, discipline, and most importantly, speed. At Pepperjack Kennels, we provide exceptional water and land training services for hardworking retrievers. From leading in the field to leading on the track, together we establish winning dogs and a winning team. Devoted to retrievers and motorsports, we are Pepperjack Kennels. Visit us online to learn more.
Ready to take your brand to the next level? At Victory Lane Design, we can help. If you are looking for a professional website, cutting-edge logo, a hero card that separates you from the pack, or video production to keep you connected with your fans, then check out VictoryLaneDesign.com, where winning counts.
SRI Performance and Stock Car Steel are your all-inclusive motorsports warehouses with more than 450 product lines. They have everything to put you in victory lane, from professional racing to street performance. SRI and Stock Car Steel have you covered with leading brands as well as a large selection of steel, aluminum, and plastics. With locations in North Carolina and Indiana, access has never been easier. SRI has the world's largest inventory of used parts. SRI Performance and Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, your one-stop shops for everything racing.
Welcome to the new home for race fans, Racing America. Live short track racing. Exclusive team content.
I bet, that's what they all say. Any NASCAR fan is really a short track fan at heart.
Behind the scenes access. From grassroots to NASCAR, join us at the home for race fans everywhere. Racing America, it's in our DNA.
I'm Joe Gibbs, and you're watching Racing America.
A lot of different, things to be proud of. Obviously getting to Phoenix, winning here. I've always wanted to win here, and I feel like we've lost a couple of them, 2 or 3 of them here. And I grew up in High Point, just south of here. I grew up closer to here than I did Charlotte, and so I came here a lot as a kid. And I loved watching Dad race here. I wanted a grandfather clock for a long time, ever since I was a kid. And so it's just like those little special things, right? You remember. And then driving for the Wood Brothers from Stewart, just right down the road from here. So it's just like this place has just been so special to me. And it's just Victory Lane has eluded me for years and years. And I feel like we could have won 2 or 3 of them. It just never happened. And I feel like something always happened. But, everything fell into place today, and our car was fast, and we were able to pull it off. So, a lot of joy and a lot of things to be proud of.
Well, that's what Ryan Blaney had to say after his win Sunday at Martinsville as he punched his ticket to the NASCAR championship race at Phoenix. Joining us now, Racing America's editor-in-chief and purveyor of TobyChristie.com. Toby Christie is joining us now. First off, welcome to the show. And secondly, you nailed it on the show last week. You thought that Ryan Blaney would run very well based off of his results this year. I thought that Denny Hamlin or William Byron would be shoe-ins, which was going to put pressure on Blaney to get in via the points, but none of that happened.
No, and just for the record, I had both Hendrick drivers making it in.
Well, see, I guess that's the reason they pay me to be the NASCAR guy, huh?
I guess so. I'm just that guy who does the Bullring. So as we head to Phoenix, you got Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, Ryan Blaney, and who am I missing?
William Byron. Yeah.
William Byron, Ryan Blaney,
Kyle Larson, and
Christopher Bell.
Yeah.
Who do you think is the favorite? Me this week, I'm going to jinx him because I jinxed those other guys last week. Ryan Blaney, they are really on top of it right now based off of their results here in the playoffs.
Yeah, no, that's my pick as well. And especially when you look at his overall body of work at Phoenix Raceway in the next gen car, he's got an average finish of 2.7, led over 100 laps, finished second in this race last year to his teammate Joey Logano, who went on to win the championship. I just love the momentum they're carrying into here, and it's a place he's been very good at. He hasn't finished worse than fourth at Phoenix in the next gen car. So I like Ryan Blaney as well. I'm right there with you on that one, Alan.
Okay, good. Then I feel better about it.
Well, you didn't ask me, but
who do you think?
I just want a HMS win.
Oof.
And so my odds are 2-4, which is
you're supposed to be
half.
Unbiased.
I'm very biased because
Travis's
mood. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And Travis's mood is directly correlated to how his team's doing.
Well,
so.
At least you're honest.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So something that I don't really understand.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not a driver, and I see all these people talking about where the championship race should be, and I'm just a fan. I'm just a viewer. It doesn't matter to me, but I'm interested to know your opinions on if Phoenix is the right place for the championship.
Toby, what do you think?
Man, our core audience, our core base is on the East Coast. So to me, it's very weird that we go all the way over to the West Coast for it. As a person who's covering it, it kind of feels like a hassle for the last week to get in a plane and go all the way across the country.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
But see, at the same token, even though Homestead was in Florida, it's way down there at the bottom where you don't typically think about. Homestead just never did it for me. And Phoenix doesn't really do it for me either. I love the racetracks, and the races are pretty good there, but I don't know. And then you say, well, where should it be?
Yeah.
Right. So that's the question. What does do it for you, Mr. Alan Dietz?
Yeah. Bristol.
No. And God, if it was at Daytona, I mean, that would be.
Could you imagine?
No.
That would be terrible from the sense that anybody can. It's so random, So I don't know. Maybe you could end it on the Oval in Charlotte one year. I did not think that, or even Nashville. But this car races so much better on these 1.5 miles now. I think it could be interesting if you put it in a Charlotte or a Nashville.
I agree. Like Charlotte's had a really good show the last few years since this next gen car has been put in. But the only problem you're going to have is NASCAR has control over that last race with NASCAR owned racetracks. Those are SMI tracks you mentioned. I don't know if they're going to want to relinquish that kind of power.
You're exactly right about that, and you get into a whole nother thing there that's yeah. So the other thing that I want to ask about is you were right on top of this Sheldon Creed Austin Hill deal on Saturday in the Xfinity Series race, and got some exclusive stuff on Toby Christie. Here's my take. I didn't watch it live, so I saw some comments, then I ended up going back and watching it. And Sheldon Creed gets all this grief about everything. The only way he was going to make the championship race was to win at Martinsville. Austin Hill was going to get in either way, and now they managed to screw it up to where neither one of them are in it.
Yeah, no, I mean that's the thing, and it was wild. You kind of saw it coming because Sheldon Creed's had such a disappointing season, and he really wants that first Xfinity Series win. Really has been somehow working his way through the playoffs with very, very much bad luck. And so it was one of those things where you knew he had to win to get in, and you knew he was going to probably be pretty aggressive to make it happen, even if it's with his teammate after the incident they had at Bristol a few weeks back. So it was one of those things where if you didn't see it coming, I don't know how you didn't see it coming if you were RCR in those closing laps. But when it unfolded, it was one of those things where I don't think anybody was fully prepared for the full scope of the fact that both cars were then eliminated by those sets of moves between both drivers, by the way. They were both very, very aggressive in those closing laps.
Yeah. You're going to be at Phoenix this weekend, so we can expect some more of that great exclusive coverage. Have fun out there. I know the weather's going to be great, and I know the coverage is going to be equally as good, and we look forward to seeing it.
Appreciate you guys. Yeah, we like the good weather part of things at a racetrack, right?
Oh, gosh. No place worse to be than a racetrack with crappy weather. but we're not going to have to worry about that this weekend, thankfully. Thank you, Toby, for being with us. I appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you anytime. Let's do it again. I'll be in studio next time.
All right. Well, we'll definitely do it one more time before this season's over. We come back, we're going to talk to Bob Sargent about the All-American 400.
HMS Motorsport is the leader in motorsport safety, providing the most advanced driver safety products to NASCAR, IndyCar, sprint cars, and sports cars drivers. From grassroots to professional racers, HMS Motorsport has over 25 years' experience outfitting drivers with the best gear on the market. Equipped with first-hand product knowledge, our experts are ready to help you select the best harness belts, seats, head restraints, helmets, and racing attire for your type of racing. HMS is even the exclusive importer for Schroed belts, Schubert helmets, and Valero base layers. Visit one of our stores in Mooresville, North Carolina, or Danvers, Massachusetts, or check us online at hmsmotorsport.com, where you can learn the details of our products and order online. Safety starts here.
It's the biggest racing show of the year, Friday through Sunday, November 3rd through 5th at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. 6 fast-paced divisions of racing on the quarter-mile Friday night, pole qualifying in 3 big feature events Saturday night, and the Curb Records Big Machine Vodka Spike Coolers All-American 400 on Sunday afternoon. Racing starts at 6:30 Friday, 5 o'clock Saturday, and 1 o'clock Sunday. Tickets available at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway.racing or at the gate on race day. It's the 39th All-American 400 weekend, Friday through Sunday, November 3rd through 5th. Get your tickets now.
Welcome to the new home for race fans, Racing America. Live short track racing. Exclusive team content.
I bet, that's what they all say. Any NASCAR fan is really a short track fan at heart.
Behind the scenes access. From grassroots to NASCAR, join us at the home for race fans everywhere. Racing America, it's in our DNA.
My biggest influence, obviously, Dad was a big part of it. But a lot of weekends, he wasn't there. He was racing himself on the Cup side those weekends. So as a young kid, I raced short tracks and late models from 13, 14 till I was 18 years old, and there was a lot of older guys that run it for decades, and I got to become good friends with them, and they kind of took me under their wing. Ben Rowe was a great one, Jay Fogelman, this guy Justin Wakefield, they all taught me a lot, and I raced with them for a long time. Raced a lot of them for wins and championships, and I'm still good friends with those guys to this day. So it was really cool to be able to get kind of accepted like that, but at the same time, you're still competing with them, and you kind of race them almost a little bit harder because you talk to them a lot about different things that you do.
Welcome back to the Bullring, and we are excited about our coverage again from Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, coming up Friday through Sunday of the All-American 400 weekend. And our ASA list personality this week is none other than Track Enterprises' Bob Sargent. Bob, thanks for joining us today, and one of the most fun and exciting weekends of the year, I think, for pavement racing fans.
Well, I appreciate you all having me on again, and been a long year, and we all look forward to the All-American 400 this year. It's got a lot of special meaning to it. It's the big event for our Nashville track, but it's also the 10th of 10 races for our new ASA Stars National Tour. So just a lot going on this weekend.
I'm going to back that up. There are a handful of super late model races that I will not miss. There's a bunch I love, but I'm certainly not going to miss the one that's just a few minutes from downtown Nashville, from Broadway. You got the great racing, the fun weekend schedule, but then when the gates close and it's time to load up the trailer, then you can head to Broadway. And Bob, I'm sure you're not going to have time to hit Broadway, but let's say you did. What's your favorite bar right there on the main section?
Jess, you're going to get me in trouble. We know a lot of those bar owners, but one of our favorites with Steve Smith, Tootsie's, Kid Rock's. Kid Rock's a big supporter of the racetrack. Steve Smith. So those two come to mind first, but there's a lot of fun ones there on Broadway and in Nashville in general.
Of course, also, it was announced this week Darrell Waltrip's going to be the Grand Marshal for the All-American 400. And, of course, he's been a huge advocate for the fairgrounds here for decades now, and a former winner of the All-American 400. And, Bob, I think it just reemphasizes that momentum that's going behind the fairgrounds right now.
It does. We're lucky to have Darrell in the area, but again, especially the career that he's had, NASCAR on backwards when his roots got started, and let's not forget, I mean, he had a storied career in the ASA with Rex Roberts in those days. So he's real proud of the ASA history books that he's in, and obviously winning there at Nashville. So a great addition to our weekend to have Darrell involved, and we just want to invite all the fans to come out and see all these different storylines.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think I'm remembering this correctly. It was at this event last year when we had the
meeting.
What's the word I'm looking for? Not a press release. That's an email.
No, it was the kind of the detailed announcement of the stars.
Yeah, like a media day for we announced the Stars Tour. So, here we are a year later, 10 races later. I mean, that's something to celebrate. I think that, there were so many questions I remember because we streamed it, right? Or maybe we covered it on social.
Yeah.
There were so many questions, and I think that we can all look back and say, like, I think just you should be really proud, Bob, and all these drivers that, supported the tour, supported the vision.
I mean,
and now we're here a year later.
Yeah, you got a guy from Nova Scotia and a guy from Wisconsin battling for the championship.
Well, that's a national tour, if you ask me.
The international.
Well, I really appreciate that, Jess, and just everybody. It's took such a group effort from the 3 different regional series and the owners and leaders of those, all our officials, and we're just behind the scenes. There are hours and hours on the telephones, and then going to these previous 9 races, learning. It's been a steep learning curve, and getting our procedures right. And then here we come right back to Nashville with a point championship to be decided on Sunday. I mean, there's an 8-point difference. So just really turned out to be a good year, and 2024 is just looking to be just as exciting and grow this national tour. We knew it was going to be a growing period, and we proved that in 2023. So we're just so excited to cap it off with a first-time national champion here on Sunday, and again another All-American 400 winner.
I know Vors is planning an announcement this weekend, and I think that there's obviously there'll be meetings going on in and around everything else that's going on at Nashville this weekend. You mentioned the schedule. When do you roughly think that we can be looking for that schedule or any other news about 2024?
Yeah, we talk about All-American 400, the Snowball Derby, and then PRI. So that's kind of our stepping stones here to get everything announced. Probably more than likely be around the PRI time period. We're close to getting it finished, the schedule for 2024, but there's always a few finishing touches to do, and that's what we're on right now. So we look to have everything out on or before PRI.
Well, we'll definitely be on the lookout for it. And, of course, you can find out about all of that information here on Racing America. Bob, I appreciate you joining us today. I know it's going to be a great weekend, and we look forward to covering it all.
We look forward to having you there, and thanks for the coverage for the whole year. And just looks like a really bright and exciting future for all of us.
Yep, no doubt about it. That's Bob Sargent. And, again, remember, if you're in the Nashville area, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, check it out. If not, you can watch here on Racing America. We come back, we're going to tell you about another big race this weekend, the North-South Shootout at Caraway. Darren Hackett, he'll join us next.
Welcome to the new home for race fans, Racing America. live short track racing, exclusive team content.
I bet, that's what they all say. Any NASCAR fan is really a short track fan at heart.
Behind the scenes access. From grassroots to NASCAR, join us at the home for race fans everywhere. Racing America, it's in our DNA.
Builders ready? Yep. Good deep breath. Yep. Breathe. Full pack on that side.
Build these racing engines, fire them up, get that sound, get that smell. It's a fun 2 days.
Oh yeah, we're good. We're good.
Don't miss the 21st annual John Blewett III North-South Shootout in memory of Charles Kepley at Caraway Speedway, November 2nd through the 4th, plus championship races for the Cars Torn late model stock and pro late models. The ground-pounding tour-type modifieds race for $10,000 to win. Also racing the 602 modifieds and more. It's the 21st annual North-South Shootout at Caraway Speedway, November 2nd through the 4th. For reserved tickets, camping, or info, visit carawayspeedway.com.
Hey, I'm Ricky Stenhouse Jr., your 2023 Daytona 500 champion, and you're watching Racing America.
Welcome back to the Bullring, presented by Raceface Digital. Alan and Jess here with you this weekend. And while Jess will be at Nashville for the All-American 400, I will be at the North-South Shootout at Caraway. And joining us now, because they're going to be paving a lot of pounding a lot of pavement there this weekend, is Caraway Speedway owner and promoter Darren Hackett. And Darren, I know that you're thinking, based off of that introduction right now, that you definitely went with the right streaming partner this year, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, I know you guys have been busy. You were telling me just a minute ago that we thought we were going to have some rain today, so that's actually giving you guys a little chance to breathe.
Yeah, because no one tested today. They've been testing. Yesterday was pretty busy, and some last week, and some teams had talked about testing today, and then they didn't, and they'll be here tomorrow from 9 till 2 because we stop at 2 to park, and because we park from 3 to 6. So it's going to be a busy day tomorrow, but I think we're going to get ahead of the curve today, and we got a good entry field, a good field of entries on all the divisions. So I think it's going to be a good show.
Yeah, you're in the home stretch. We're almost there, and we talked to Austin Nason, or I'm sorry, Brandon. We did talk to Austin Nason earlier. We talked to Brandon Ward about your event, and we asked him, why do drivers have this event circled on their calendar as one that they need to be at? And you know, he talked about what a great event it was, and you guys obviously have great car counts for all your divisions. What do you think the reason is that drivers and teams are so attracted to come to this event?
I don't know. It's a good show, and it always. I mean, yeah, this is the 21st annual, and it's going to be a good event. 90 to 100 cars are entered, so I think it's but it's just it's something that Charles Kepley started in 2003, and it's just continued to grow, and at times it's been so, and then other times it's been great, and that's but ever since the current team here at Caraway took over in 2020, we've slowly grown it, and it's becoming an event, not just a race.
Do you feel, because I feel this way, you talk about starting in 2020, and the race started out at Concord, then it went to Caraway, and then it went back to Concord, and there was that 1 year at Hickory. But people always kept bringing up Concord. This race ought to be in Concord. This race ought to be in Concord. But it seemed to me, starting right there around 19 or 20, not just because Concord closed, but it seems like that's the time when Caraway really took ownership of this event.
Yeah, you're probably right. Hickory was fairly successful car-wise, but fan attendance wasn't that great that day. And weather wasn't a factor because it was beautiful weather. The best crowd of all the, I think we've done 13 of them now. Well, this will be the 13th one, I think is correct. And the best crowds have been at Caraway. I think the top crowd was 2012 or 2013. That was a really good day that day. The pass had like 30 some cars, and it was 32 tour mods, and it just was a good day. Weather was about 80 degrees that day. Everything was perfect that particular day, and that's been the best one of the 13 or so that we have done. But the weather's going to be good again this weekend. But once working with the Cars Tour, that's a tour in this region that is strong, and that helps elevate this event to have more than just tour mods, because this time of year you will not draw enough fans on tour mods alone to pay for the purse of this type show.
Now, of course, Friday night and Saturday night. Friday there's practice and qualifying, and Saturday the main events. Are there any other races Friday, or is it still just the divisions that'll be there on Saturday?
Just divisions that's going to be here on Saturday this year, but hopefully next year we can put together some stuff. We didn't do a good enough job this year to get it done in time, so we decided if we didn't want to come in and not do it properly. So we're going to hold off another year, but it needs to have 2 or 3 shows on Friday night to make the event a multi-day event, really.
And what else do fans need to know as far as camping or tickets? Anything here in advance, or just show up and we'll find you a spot?
Yeah, we'll find the trackside stuff's getting pretty full now. There's just a few spots left, but it's starting to fill up pretty good now. I think it's going to be a good day. The pits are going to be full. I mean, we're getting ready to start striping the grass. We learned that if we go ahead and stripe the grass too, it helps them get parked better. We can get the units in. I mean, it's going to be tight because the rigs are so big now and all. And but by parking a day early, that really helps make things flow easier the rest of the week. And we've been working with my team, and then Kip and Keely and Jack. And if everybody at the top is on the same page, it makes the show just flow so much easier and better. And I think that we're all thinking the same and planning on getting started at 1 o'clock, getting started on time, and make everything roll off. And hopefully, if everything goes right, we'll be finished right before the sun sets Sunday afternoon.
Well, we're looking forward to it, and I appreciate you letting us be a part of it this year. I'll see you there on Saturday, but as always, if there's anything we can do for you, just let us know.
All right, Alan, I appreciate it, and great to have opportunity to be on here. And hopefully the pits will be packed, the grandstands will be packed, and it's a 70-degree day Saturday, and everybody leaves happy. That's the goal of a promoter, but it doesn't always happen.
Nope, no doubt about it, and I think they will be. As Darren said, I think you're going to be having right at 100 cars in the pits, and the weather's going to be perfect. Thanks again, Darren, for joining us.
Thank you, Alan.
And try to get out to Caraway Speedway if you're in the Carolinas or Virginia. As he said, the weather's going to be great, so be sure check that out this weekend or watch here on Racing America. We come back, we'll tell you what else is around the corner here this weekend.
Welcome to Raceface Digital Collectible Cards. Are you a driver or a team looking to expand your brand? Want to connect with your fans, give sponsors more exposure, and earn income from all card sales? Then Raceface Digital has you covered. Digitize your brand with 5 different collectible cards. Enrollment is now open to all drivers and all series. Visit racefacedigital.com today and use invite code RA1.
What creates a winning combination? Quality, focus, discipline, and most importantly, speed. At Pepperjack Kennels, we provide exceptional water and land training services for hardworking retrievers. From leading in the field to leading on the track, together we establish winning dogs and a winning team. Devoted to retrievers and motorsports, we are Pepperjack Kennels. Visit us online to learn more.
5-star bodies, the most advanced bodies on the market, aerodynamically engineered, manufactured from the highest grade and lightest weight materials, tested tough for optimum performance. The highest quality and most durable products you'll find anywhere. Our products help racers around the world reach victory lane. Winning never looked so good. Faster, lighter, stronger, better. 5-star.
Don't miss the 21st annual John Blewett III North-South Shootout in memory of Charles Kepley. at Caraway Speedway, November 2nd through the 4th. Plus championship races for the Cars Tour late model stock and pro late models. The ground-pounding Tour-type modifieds race for $10,000 to win. Also racing the 602 modifieds and more. It's the 21st annual North-South Shootout at Caraway Speedway, November 2nd through the 4th. For reserved tickets, camping, or info, visit carawayspeedway.com.
Welcome back with the Bullring, presented by Race-Face Digital. Alan and Jess here with you this afternoon. And again, Race-Face Digital, be sure to check those folks out. They will take good care of you. They've got those digital trading cards too, which are super fun, and I think the future and a great opportunity for short trackers.
Yeah.
Around the corner this weekend, we've talked a lot about our races this weekend and go into a little bit more depth about them. Saturday, Citrus County Speedway, King of the Vicks. That's Crown Vicks, $10,000 to win, plus the Cindy DeCare Sprint Car Classic. That's going to be an interesting night.
That's going to be good entertainment. That's going to be worth the subscription.
It's going to be great entertainment, and if you're down that way, be sure to check it out. Friday and Saturday, Racing America will be at Caraway Speedway for the John Blewett III Memorial North-South Shootout in honor of Charles Kepley. I only did it one time during the show because that's probably the only time I could say the complete name without screwing it up.
Yeah, and good job.
Yeah.
And folks, Alan Dietz will be there as well, signing autographs for.
Well, I'll be there for our coverage and the call of the Tour Type Modified races. Tour Type Mod's going for $10,000 win. 602 Modifieds will be there. And then our friends at the Cars Tour, their season finale is also at the North-South Shootout, and that will be on Flow. It's if you're a subscriber to Racing America or if you're a subscriber to Flow, you're good to go. If not, we encourage you to subscribe because you're going to get to see some great racing. And then Friday through Sunday at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, quarter-mile action on Friday night. The Pro Late Models taking center stage Saturday afternoon. The All-American 400, the ASA Stars finale. And, we didn't think that we were going to have much of a points race.
No.
But Ty Majeski had problems at Nashville, and all of a sudden we go there, and it's 8 points between he and Cole Butcher.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming ever since Casey got the rug pulled out from under him.
Mm-hmm.
But it's great for the fans and great for the people that have been following the tour. We thought that it was going to be, in Ty's hands, but we got a great little race going on.
Absolutely, and the All-American 400 is definitely a race you don't want to miss. We come back, we'll wrap up this episode of the Bullring.
Ready to take your brand to the next level? At Victory Lane Design, we can help. If you are looking for a professional website, cutting-edge logo, a hero card that separates you from the pack, or video production to keep you connected with your fans, then check out VictoryLaneDesign.com, where winning counts.
It's the biggest racing show of the year, Friday through Sunday, November 3rd through 5th at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. 6 fast-paced divisions of racing on the quarter mile Friday night, pole qualifying and 3 big feature events Saturday night, and the Curb Records Big Machine Vodka Spike Coolers All-American 400 on Sunday afternoon. Racing starts at 6:30 Friday, 5 o'clock Saturday, and 1 o'clock Sunday. Tickets available at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway.racing or at the gate on race day. It's the 39th All-American 400 weekend, Friday through Sunday, November 3rd through 5th. Get your tickets now.
Get up on your feet, race fans.
SRI Performance and Stock Car Steel are your all-inclusive motorsports warehouses with more than 450 product lines. They have everything to put you in victory lane, from professional racing to street performance. SRI and Stock Car Steel have you covered with leading brands as well as a large selection of steel, aluminum, and plastics. With locations in North Carolina and Indiana, access has never been easier. SRI has the world's largest inventory of used parts. SRI Performance and Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, your one-stop shops for everything racing.
Well, the white flag is out on another Bullring. We want to thank all of our guests today: Austin Nason, Brandon Ward, Toby Christie, Bob Sargent, and Darren Hackett. You know, it's always so good. It's always so fast. I have to go back and look at my notes just to remember all the fun that we've had. I don't want to bring things down any, but I do want to remember our friends up in Maine. That was a tragedy last week. We stayed in Lewiston, our crew, for our coverage of the Oxford 250 this year. But, you know, my relationship with Pass and Racing Americas, there's just a lot of history there, and we know a lot of people in Maine. And we just send our thoughts, our prayers, and most importantly, our love to you. And hopefully, you know, folks can start putting the pieces back together again, and nothing like this ever happens again. Cars Tour Weekly, you and JD Bowsher be talking about the North-South this weekend. Butterbean Queen will be here going for a championship, and Doug Smith from Caraway Speedway. And you said you're going to be in Nashville. I'm going to be in Caraway, and we're both going to be watching the King of the Vicks.
That's right.
At Citrus.
That's right.
So we'll
I
have
am
it
not
all.
going to miss that.
No, I don't. No, I do not want to underestimate how interesting that'll be. So, for Jess Ballard, I'm Alan Dietz, wishing you well, and we will see you next week here on the Bullring.